welcome everyone to the KU Bookstore. This is the division now known as Jayhawk Ink. It was just renamed this summer. It was formerly known as Laureate Books, but we've done some reorganization and added a print-on-demand facility, so that there was a decision to start off with a new title, a new name. And we're very honored today to have this event, which is a sort of a showcase for the local publisher Mammoth Publications, which is operated here in Lawrence by Denise Lowe and her husband Tom Wiese, who make a specialty of local authors and particularly works that pertain to this region. I wanted to mention before I introduce Denise that we're going to offer 15% off on any purchases for all those in attendance today. That's our normal KU faculty, staff, and student discount, but we'll go ahead and extend that to everyone present today. To introduce the speakers, here's Denise Lowe. And first of all, I want to thank Lisa Eitner, who has been a good friend of Mammoth since it first roared, or whatever, harumphed, whatever mammoths do. Mammoth began, it had several incarnations. We actually did a few chapbooks in the 1980s. And then I saw Eddie Two Rivers do a reading in Chicago at the Newberry Library. And he's a Chicago performance poet. And it was mesmerizing. I mean, he was such a good reader. And afterwards I said to him, well, where's your book? And he says, I don't have one. He has a book of short stories from University of Oklahoma Press and a book of drama from the University of Oklahoma Press. He had no book of poetry, and he was doing a full presentation of poetry. And I said, well, oh heck, I can do this. Talk to me about it, and you know, I'll get it published. So that was kind of the beginning, and then the next year my husband and I were out of work in the summer and broke, and we kind of looked around and thought, I know how we'll make a lot of money. We'll write a book about Langston Hughes, do some research on Langston Hughes in Lawrence. And at first we started out with the idea of a brochure, but we had just kind of eased into print-on-demand, and these print-on-demand facilities are just fabulous. They have renovated publishing. I don't think people, you know, when people say, oh, I want to get a book published and be on Oprah, do the book tour and all that kind of thing, it's really hard to explain to people what really goes into it. In those days, you had to lay out at least $2,000 and be ready to get, you know, 350 to 500 books that you could distribute and sell, or distribute in some fashion. So the bookstores naturally are an important part of that. With print on demand, one can, you know, for a fraction of that, get the book set up for printing and then print either one copy or 1,000 copies with the same per unit cost. So that really has changed small press publishing and big press publishing, and as we see this facility here, it's even changed bookstores in drastic ways. And I will also say Mammoth in the last month has made a foray into Kindle, and now has put a number of books on Kindle, including Beth's and Pam's. Poetry is really hard to get onto Kindle because of the line breaks, and also things with fancy layout. But hey, the world is changing, and these programs are getting more and more dummy-proof. So even Mammoth can move forward. Mammoth has been blessed in part because the there's not a high profit margin in book publishing at any level. And so many fine writers here who have published, on our list, Robert Day, Diane Clancy, are people who are nationally published. Beth Schultz, of course. Also, we have the Kansas Poet Laureate on our list, and then we also have some first-time authors. And we are glad that we are able to provide a forum, and it is a part of our citizenship that we can have freedom of the press and publish what we wish. So want to introduce the authors today. We're going to go in reverse alphabetical order. And Pamela Dawes Tambornino in the back, who just went away. And then Elizabeth Schultz, Lana Wirt Myers, and where'd Barry go? Okay. So, and Barry says he's going to record this, so you may see this on YouTube or in some electronic form. If any of my authors, this is a last minute thing. If you really object, let me know. Thank you all for coming.